So you have no idea what to say during a sales call. What we like to call a buying conversation. If you get stuck on these calls when you're trying to connect with individuals and hopefully, have the end result of them buying whatever service or product it is that you have, you need to know how to control that conversation in a positive way, how to continue the dialogue, how to get them excited and feeling good about moving forward with, again, your product or service. And what people struggle with the most that we've seen through thousands of conversations with business owners and salespeople is what to ask next. What do I say? What do I do? How do I, there's got to be some way to operate this thing properly where I have to ask these specific 5 super magical unicorn questions. And all of a sudden they'll just be like, yes, please, here's my MasterCard or Visa. And unfortunately, that's not the way the real world works. So let me throw a concept at you guys, and maybe this will make sense. The human being as a creature is, I think we can all agree, a very complex organism, right? We all have our own thoughts and processes and feelings, and we operate totally different from one another. There is not one human being the same as the other. There's no connection there. Even with twins, they do things differently. They operate differently. There's plenty of studies done on this. So if that is true, then how could we possibly have a set number of questions or a questionnaire or a perfect consultation or a PC that is going to always lead to the same result? The answer is we can't. That's not humanly possible. The reality is that you're going to have to go down different paths. So the magic of this is this. I want you guys thinking about, instead of a PC, a BC, and we'll do a whole different video on this another time, but the buying conversation, you're going to have certain checkpoints. So checkpoint number 1, build rapport, right? And first and foremost, we're not going to go through the whole BC right now, but we got to build rapport. And then we need to get an understanding of what brought this person into us today, or onto this Zoom call, or onto this phone call today. And then we're going to work our way down to, what goals they have, what problems they're dealing with, et cetera, et cetera. As we're moving through, though, we're not just saying, hey, Joe, what are your goals? Go ahead. You just tell me. Pretend we're at a gym. Joe, okay. What are your goals?
I want to lose 20 pounds.
Great. Moving on. No, we're not going to do that. Like 20 pounds? Like, what does that mean? What does that tell me? And what emotional value is attached to 20 pounds? I can tell you there is 0 emotional value attached to a number 20 and the pounds that it is on my body. 0 emotional value. So how do we get this emotional value? Joe, let's introduce TED, right? So TED is an acronym. Can you explain that to me?
Yeah. So here's the thing. TED isn't a person. Mm-hmm. TED is a way of communicating. You've all heard of TED Talks. Mm-hmm. TED in TED Talks stands for Technology, Entertainment, Design. TED, our good buddy Ted, in this context, Ted is going to help you when you're having a conversation, when you want to create the buying conversation to go from science to art form. And the art form is you get an answer on your process, you get an answer from someone, and you need to be curious. Yeah. And so out of curiosity, tell me and get an answer, then take an emotional breath, explain to me so I can get a little bit deeper and understand, describe to me. And so it's tell me, explain to me, describe to me, TED, tell me, explain to me, describe to me. Use tell me, explain to me, describe to me in depth and with loads of practice. You'll take any guest that you are speaking with from the pain island that they are currently living on, and you will show them that you are the bridge to bring them over to Pleasure Island. It's where they want to be. When you really want to accelerate the movement to getting them on that bridge and getting on board with you, use TED. Tell me, explain to me, describe to me.
So in our act of learn to teach, which is one of our core values as a business at the SOS Dojo, let's do it real quick. So I'm going to go back to the example. I run a gym. You came in to talk to me about potentially becoming a client. I asked,
and I want to lose 20 pounds.
You want to lose 20 pounds. Great. Joe, can you tell me how you came up with that number, 20 pounds?
Yeah, I mean, back when I was in high school, I feel I was in probably the best shape of my life, and that was about 20 pounds ago.
Ooh, okay. Tell me more about that. How'd you feel then?
Oh, I felt lighter. I felt more spry. I definitely had more energy. And honestly, I mean, my clothes fit better. I just look good.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so describe to me when you were, looking that good, when you were spry, like what did that do for your confidence?
Oh, it was through the roof. I mean, I'm married now. I tell you, man, I used to date a lot. I could, yeah. I mean, and now, it's, I mean, I'm married and I'm happily married. I'm just,
Good.
I'm not looking like the way that I used to.
Hmm. Hmm. Can you explain that to me a little bit more? Like what do you mean by that?
I mean, I'm just, I feel like I'm letting her down.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, just describe to me a little bit more about maybe what this is doing to your relationship.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, for me, I just want to know that I'm confident in myself. I just want her to be able to look at me with the same look that we had when we first got married, if that makes sense. I mean, I
Okay.
know we're all getting older. I just don't. I just want to slow it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. I got you, man. So tell me what the real goal is then, man. Because it doesn't. I mean, just me outside perspective looking in. 20 pounds doesn't seem to be the magic here. What is the real goal?
I I want to be more attractive for my wife, man. That's what it is.
Awesome and seen.
Yeah,
So
and see,
there's
and
it's always going to be a little bit exaggerated when you're sparring like that, but it is necessary to spar a conversation because you can, like, I almost got hung up there a few times. Like, you can get hung up with Ted because you can fail to recognize those important context clues,
mhm.
important sort of checkpoints in the conversations. The way I think about it too, always is, I hear you talking about, how you felt. Okay, tell me more about that. Like, what do you mean felt? Confidence through the roof. Awesome. Confident now? No, I'm not confident now. Ooh, okay. What's this doing for your relationship? Right. And that could be like self relationship. It could be a relationship between you and yourself or you and your spouse in this case. And then you say, it's not like good on my part. Like, I don't feel good about it. Ooh, okay. So now I can go back to the original question, which was, oh, I just want to lose 20 pounds. Do you really? Do you really just want to lose 20 pounds? Or is it more about this confidence that you're talking about? It's the confidence. And
And
now we have emotional value.
And the implication of this is we need to imply, as people who are creating a buying conversation, we need to imply that we know exactly how they feel. And the
Mhm.
implication of that is asking questions of taking them from the pain space over to the pleasure space. And again, we didn't get into it because this is a short video. We could ask, so describe to me what it's going to feel like when we let go of those 20 pounds.
Yeah.
And then we get a response. And then it's like, okay. And there's other pieces to this puzzle that we can definitely help you put together so that people make that emotional decision, because people will buy based on emotion and they'll justify it with logic. They
Yeah.
buy based on emotion and justify it with logic. So we need to go to that emotional place and we have to earn the right to get there. TED helps you get there fast when done correctly.
That's exactly it. So stay tuned for more stuff like this. You guys be sure to be subscribed to the channel. We'll have tons of tactics for you where you can implement this right away. You can practice on your own. And if you'd like to come into an SOS dojo, we'll let you in for free. It's limited to one per SOS dojo per week. So if you want to come in and check this out, just to put into action, to learn, do the do part, and teach eventually, once you achieve mastery with us, then come on in. Just shoot us an email. You can email info@sosdojo.com. You can reply in a comment below. Just let us know how you guys are feeling about doing something like that. No strings attached. Just come in and check it out. And of course, be subscribed to the channel so you can check out more videos like this. We'll catch you guys on the next one.